This old guy DIY video has to do with replacing the steering wheel controls on a 2003 Chevy Suburban. So a friend recently got this vehicle, and you can see the previous owner ran over some of these with black Sharpie. So most of them look pretty beaten up. So she asked me if I'd replace these for her. So I went to the junkyard and I found these things and I removed them. My removal technique is to just take a pick like this and you run in right between that fake leather stuff and the switch itself. You can get behind it and just pull it out. I stuck the pick between the switch and the steering wheel, and I just turned it so the hook part was down, and then when I pulled, you can see the switch started coming out. So now I'll take the pick out of there. I can pull the switch out most of the way, and then I have to use the pick to depress the little lever on the tab that's holding the electrical connector. When we look at the back of this switch, that's the seek and volume. You can see it has a locating tab, and it has one that retains it in the steering wheel, and the plug is over here on the end. So I'm going to reach into the steering wheel up here with the pick and just depress the tab that's sticking through right there. So after pressing the tab on this little electrical connector, that's what's left. Now I have to repeat the process, reach in there with the pick, get behind that little tab, and then mount the new switch. Now this job took altogether too long and was a pain in the rear. But what it comes down to is I needed a headlight, and then using the little 90-degree pick, you can grab the back of the plug and hold it, and basically you have to look in there, and there's just barely enough room for you to see what's going on to line the thing up. And then when you line it up, hold your pick in position, push in on the switch, and you should hear that little click. And when you do, you got it made. So these larger ones were a lot easier to do than these little guys. The wire on the little guys were shorter, and it took me altogether too long to do this. At some point I was thinking I'll just leave it disconnected and I won't have to worry about it, but at least I won't have that ugly light shining through on the old ones. And the old ones are laying over here. So we had this one that was painted black. This one that was just pretty much worn down to nothing. This one, another nice black paint job. And finally, this one right here. So it looks pretty easy. When the other guys were doing it on YouTube, I thought, man, this is going to be like a 15-minute job. And with all the screwing around, dexterity is not one of my strong points. This thing took me probably 2 hours. Was it worth it? I don't know. But it's done now. So at least the owner will be happy. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I hope you have a great day.